Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. I'm AFHAM by Muhammad AMRAN, and
Waalaikumsalam.
our group will be conducting the assignment. So the interview session with TS Sheikh Ismail Fairuz bin Sheikh Zakaria. So without wasting time, we're going to our first question today, which is can you explain the importance of the engineering code of ethics, especially referring to the BEM code of conduct? Please, TS Sheikh Ismail Fairuz, and if you can, a brief introduction of you, sir.
Thank you, Ahmad. My name is
Yes,
Sheikh
I am,
Ismail
sir.
Fairuz bin Zakaria. I currently working as a teaching engineer at UTM. Previously, I worked as an R&D engineer in Seremban for 3 years. Regarding your first question, which is the importance of the engineering code of ethics, specifically referring to the BM code of conduct. The engineering code of ethics, including the BEM code of conduct, guides engineers' professional behavior by promoting integrity, fairness, trustworthiness, which it prioritize public safety and welfare, ethical decision making, and continuous professional competence. The BEM code of conduct sets ethical standards for Malaysian engineers encompassing competence, privacy, conflict of interest, sustainability, and compliance. So by adhering to this code, engineers demonstrate ethical practices and contribute to social progress and welfare.
Okay, thank you, Sir Sheikh Ismail Fairuz, for the answer. So the next question is, how did you ensure compliance with BM Code of Conduct during your career as an engineer? Can you share with us?
As an engineer, I ensure compliance with the BEM Code of Conduct through measures such as familiarizing myself with the code, which is, for example, with the regulation, the requirements of the BEM Code of Conduct by studying its principles, guidelines, and ethical obligation related to the practice. Then employ ethical decision-making process. Sometimes report violations through appropriate channels, such as letting employers, professional association, or the board of engineer itself, depending on their circumstances and severity. And lastly, take individual responsibility for the code compliance.
Okay. Thank you for your answer, Mr. Sheikh Ismail. Next, my name is Gani Liman. My first question will be, can you give an example of a moral issue you encountered while working as an engineer?
Okay. I work as an R&D engineer in electroplating company in Seremban. During my experience, during my past time when I working there, we face sometimes situations where it was difficult to maintain our honesty and integrity. For example, when we had problems with the quality of our plating process, the product we made, there were times when we felt pressured by the top management to blame our supplier, so to put the problem on the supplier side. This was a way to avoid taking responsibility for our own mistakes and prevent our company from being criticized. I think that's the problem. Okay.
Okay, I see. Okay, thank you for your answer. For next question, have you ever had to prioritize public safety and health over other project considerations?
Yes, I have an experience where I had to direct a plating line undergo changes and improvements. This is because the wastewater from the plating line did not meet standards set by the Environmental Quality for Industrial Effluent Regulation 2009 in Malaysia. Basically, these regulations establish permissible limits for various heavy metals that may be present in wastewater discharged by industries. So, the presence of heavy metal in effluent can have significant environmental and human health consequences. So, I think that's the one example I can give you.
Thank you, Sheikh Ismail. Uh, my first question is, how did you promote a culture of ethics and integrity within your engineering team or organization?
In my opinion, culture of ethics and integrity can be promoted by various of ways, such as lead by example, by demonstrating ethical behavior as a leader, where we can encourage colleagues to be honest in reporting or gathering accurate data for a project or any issues such as product quality problem and so on. Can provide regular ethical training and education to enhance the team's awareness and knowledge, recognize and reward ethical behavior to reinforce its importance, is create a culture of accountability by holding team members responsible for their actions, and finally continuously evaluate and improve ethical practices through feedback and continuous improvement initiatives. By implementing these strategies, we can create environment that promote ethics and integrity, building culture where ethical behavior is valued and upheld by all the team members.
Thank you for your answer, SS Ismail. My next question is, can you provide an example of when you demonstrated integrity, honesty, and responsibility in your career as required by the BM Code of Conduct?
As an engineer at UTEM, I am heavily involved in equipment and consumables procurement work. Okay? So here, integrity, honesty, and responsibility are crucial. Need to ensure that the supplier selection process is conducted transparently so that the purchase items meet the equipment specifications. Okay? I must not bias towards specific suppliers and ensure that only the most qualified suppliers are chosen.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. So, Sheikh Ismail Fairuz. I will be continue the questionnaire after Jamal, which is my part is to for question 7 and 8. How did you stay updated with the latest change and revision in the BM Code of Conduct to ensure your engineering practice remain in line with the ethical standard?
Engineers can stay up to date on the latest changes and revision of the BM Code of Conduct and ensure the engineering practices comply to the ethical standard by firstly regularly review official sources such as BEM website, newsletters and announcements to access up-to-date information on the BM Code of Conduct. And then we can participate in professional engineering associations and societies that offer information and update on ethical standards and rules of behavior. We can collaborate with other engineers to participate in peer conversations and knowledge exchange. Also, we can participate in online forums, online communities, and local engineering groups to exchange ideas and remain up to date on the new ethical concerns. It is important to remember that the methods for abiding the BM Code of Conduct may vary depending on the individual situations, organizational requirements, and local restrictions.
Okay, thank you, sir. And for the last question is, based on your opinion, what are the biggest challenges or ethical issues that engineers face in today's rapidly evolving technological landscape?
For today's world, engineers counter major obstacles and ethical issues in today's rapidly evolving technological landscape, including privacy and data protection, AI and automation ethics, cyber security, sustainable development, equity and accessibility, intellectual property rights, social and ethical implications of emerging technologies, and professional responsibility. So engineers must manage these obstacles by balancing different goals, solving ethical issues, and using a team effort. Engineers, politicians, and industry leaders and stakeholders must work together to address these difficulties and promote responsible technology development.
Okay, thank you, sir. That is the last question. Okay, I will end this interview with a few words and Alhamdulillah and thank you to you, Sir Sheikh Ismail Fairuz, for giving us the opportunities to ask a few questions about the BEM and share your valuable experience with us. We particularly impressed by the enthusiasm and professionalism exhibited by you during the interview, and this interactive conversation provide us with a deeper understanding of the BM Code of Conduct. And once again, thank you for the chance to interview, and we looking forward to make this interview as our main road to our success. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Welcome. Assalamualaikum.